Welcome back to Off the Page with Keira. We're on day 8. Super wild. We started this 8 days ago. I'm super excited though, because I think this is going to be the way that I tell my stories. It seemed so overwhelming when God asked me to write all the stories that have happened in the last 3 years. And I was like, how do I even begin? Like, where? Like, it felt so daunting. But what's exciting about this is just every night, maybe a story will arrive, maybe it won't, but all the stories will come through. And then we can just take these recordings and I can write it into a book. Ta-da, ta-da. I love multitasking. So tonight, I don't feel like it's a story night. I think it's me telling you my favorite thing that I do every morning because it might benefit you. And it's something I just started a week ago and I'm like loving it. And I get really bored with my practices. The only practice that ever stays the same is my morning blessing of the body. That's just always the same for me. I do that every single day, but I always have these extra practices that I'm throwing in. And this is a new one and I love it. So I'm going to teach it to you. Okay. And it's not mine. I need to really say that. I learned this from Esther Hicks' work. So I'm not taking credit for this. But there's this window right before you fall asleep and right after you wake up that you're closest to, your subconscious, we can say God, your divine self. Like there's just like these windows, right? And there's a whole thing I do right before I fall asleep when I'm wanting an answer, which I can teach on another night. Maybe we'll teach tonight. Who knows? Never know where we're going to go here. But there's this window right when I wake up, and then when anyone wakes up, that they're closest to their subconscious. And it's interesting because most of the time when humans wake up, the alarm goes off on their phone and they pick up their phone and then they just start scrolling, right? Into texts, into social media, into emails. And it's like we're wasting the most golden, delicious part. And that part is where I like to play. So I wake up and I create all these threads in my chat GPT that I put them under my project so I can just go straight to it. So I have a whole thread for this and it's called the what if game. So I get up, I open my eyes, and then I pick up my phone and I start playing this game. And I have like 4 what ifs that I really play every day, which is everything that I want my future self to be. So I have a goal to take JOA to 10 million in 2026. So every morning I say, what if I was the woman who took JOA to 10 million in 2026? What would she do today? And then all of a sudden these ideas come and it's like, shh, shh, shh. So that I speak them into my chat GPT. So I'm actually collecting them like a to-do list almost from my future self. And then I say, what if I was the best mother, the most connected mother ever? What would she do today? And then it's like, all these ideas start to come in. And then I just speak them in so I can capture them down. And then I say, what if I was an athlete? How would I live today? And then I just get ideas of like what an athlete would do today. With the whole schedule that I have, how would an athlete still perform? And then I would ask, if I had the most loving, wonderful partner in the world, like how would it feel? Who would I be? And I just pretend. That's what this is. This is just a pretend game. But what's interesting is that the subconscious mind doesn't know when you're pretending. The subconscious mind it's like a servant to the mind. And so when we play these pretend games, the mind actually believes it's happening. And you see, we do this all the time, but usually we do it the other way. And we are pretending the bad things are about to happen. We pretend the worst case scenario is about to happen. We pretend in the realm of worry, and then we wonder why all these things still happen. And it's because we're using our gifts of imagination and creation and ideation to the path that we don't want. And then we're like missing out on all this magic of what if you actually used your ideation and creation and pretend abilities to actually call forth your future self. And so this is a practice I do every morning, and I'm full for 7 days. Before that, I had a self-love practice that I was doing every morning, which was fabulous until it like ran its course. But this practice feels so embodied, and I had a moment today that was really powerful for me where I saw that this practice is working. And so I don't know, today just felt like a really non-magical, stressful day. Like I had a lot of meetings. I didn't help anyone write a book today. Usually if I have one call that I'm channeling with people or writing books with people or running a webinar, like that makes the day magical. But today was just like meeting after meeting, a lot of running with my employees and my team and just like CEO stuff, right? We had to do some taxes today, like things that are not fun or magical, right? And I just felt drained today, and I felt tired. And then I don't even want to tell this story. It's stupid. There's worse things in the world, but I bought this very expensive dress for an event. I'm speaking in Nashville in 4 weeks, and I put it on. This is so horrible. And it was so perfect. It was like the most perfect dress ever. And I was like, oh, I'm going to make my sales. I have to make these videos for these sales pages. So I was like, I'm going to wear this dress in these sales pages. So I put it on, and then I started to put on my foundation, which I put on every day of my life. And never have I ever done what I did tonight. Somehow it just magically squirted on the brand new, super expensive dress. So horrible. Oh my gosh. So, I just was in a no good, rotten mood. That's how it was. But I had to make these sales videos for this webinar landing page because it's already live and we're running ads to it, and it had the wrong video on it. word to the entrepreneurs. Maybe before you run ads to a sales page, make sure the videos are up to speed. Sure. So we've been running ads for like 2 days to the sales page that the videos were not matching the copy, and we're just like throwing away money if we're doing that. So I knew I had to make these videos, but I was grouchy. I was pissed. I was grumpy. I'm like hormonal today. I'm like feisty, and I have to make these videos. And so anyways, after I just like got makeup all over my brand new dress, I throw something else on and I go downstairs, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I do not want to do this. And I take a deep breath in, and then all of a sudden I hear this thought. And the thought was, this is what a woman who runs a $10 million company does on a day just like this, in a moment just like this, when she doesn't want to, she still shows up and does it. And I almost started crying because I was like, oh my gosh, like this what if game is working. I am becoming this woman. It was so amazing. And so then I was able to make these videos with like total ease. And then when I got done, I was like legit done. Like it was like 6 p.m. and I'm like, I'm over this. Also, I like called the dry cleaner who said they could take care of it, raced down, dropped the dress off. She was like, it's fine. We got it. Don't worry. So everything's fine. And then I just took myself to dinner to my favorite Thai food restaurant. That is so weird. Like, it's so weird. Like they have like sand crabs in an aquarium right when you walk in. I feel like that seems strange for a restaurant, but the food is amazing, and like no one's ever there. And so anyways, when I walk in, and it's just always me because whatever, I go to dinner all the time by myself, she just looks at me and she's like, I got you. And she knows my exact order because, well, I order the same damn thing at every restaurant. I find something I love and we're done. So I ordered the food. I got to talk to my son who's still sick. So we got to have a nice conversation, and I got to edit the videos at dinner, and I got to upload them to the sales page. Done. And yeah, and then whatever, I did lots of boring things like grocery shop and get my steps in and la-di-da. But this what if game feels like it's kind of magical. So I'm sharing this with you tonight so that you can play the what if game. Put in the comments below how it's working for you. And like, let's just play. Like, let's play that. Like, what if everything is actually working out for you? What if all of your dreams are actually possible? And what if every day you found joy? What if every day you were able to create? What if every day, even on days like today where everything just like blah, there were like moments of greatness? And there were moments of greatness today. Today, I got to spend time with my team and we got to plan out some amazing things that are coming up. Greatness. There's a lot of little pockets that were beautiful. I got to jump on my mini trampoline today to my favorite song on full blast volume for 5 minutes. Moments of greatness. Okay. But for real, it's like, what if? What if we could create a life that we really love living? What if? Because I'll tell you, living a life filled with suffering and stress and worry just ain't it. And what if we could actually live the life that we want to, despite all the circumstances around us? I believe that is possible. And I believe that that is full sovereignty. And I believe that that is full freedom. That is liberation. So, with that, good night. And I will see you tomorrow on Off the Page with Keira.